the secret your child is keeping from you. What is the most expensive thing in your house right now? You might look at your flat-screen TV, your car keys on the table, or maybe the roof over your head. But I am telling you today that the most expensive thing in your home isn't an object. It is the truth. Specifically, the truth your child is too afraid to tell you. There is a specific kind of silence in an African home that should terrify every parent. It isn't the peaceful silence of a sleeping house. It's that heavy, thick silence that happens right after something goes wrong. If your child breaks a plate, or fails a math test, or gets into trouble with a neighbor, and their first instinct is to hide the evidence, you have a problem that a cane cannot fix. In fact, for many of us, the cane is exactly why the truth has become so expensive. Today, we are opening a door that most African parents prefer to keep locked. I'm going to reveal the one thing you are doing, with good intentions, that is accidentally training your child to be a master of deception. We are going to look at why your well-behaved child might actually be a professional liar, and how you can fix it before that silence turns into a wall that stays up for the rest of their lives. The area commander. Let's be honest. Most of us were raised by area commander parents. You know the type. When they walk into the room, everybody sits upright. When they shout, the neighbors' children even start trembling. We were taught that if a child is shaking when they see their father or mother, it means they are well trained. We confuse fear with respect. But I want you to think back to your own childhood. When you were shaking because you broke something or lost money on the way back from the market, were you thinking about how to be a better person? No, you were in survival mode. You were thinking, how do I make sure they don't find out? Or, what lie can I tell to save my skin? When we act like the area commander in our homes, we aren't teaching discipline. We are teaching survival. Every time we react with high-voltage anger or reach for the whip before asking a question, we are essentially paying for a masterclass in lying for our children. You aren't raising a disciplined child. You are raising a child who is just very good at not getting caught. The psychology of the hiding child. Why do they do it? Why would a child choose the stress of a lie over the simple act of saying, "I'm sorry"? It's because for many children in our culture, the cost of the truth is simply too high. Imagine your child brings home a bad grade. They know that if they show you, there will be 3 hours of shouting, a comparison to their smarter cousin, and probably a beating. In their young mind, the pain of the truth is a 10 out of 10. But the risk of a lie, that's only a 5 out of 10. They calculate that lying is the safer option. When we make the punishment so severe that it outweighs the mistake, we force our children to choose between being honest and being safe. And a human being will choose safety every single time. This is how the loop of fear begins. It starts with a broken plate at age 7, moves to a failed exam at age 15, and by age 25, they are hiding their debts, their struggles, and their pain from you because they still don't feel safe telling you the truth. The invisible wall. The most heartbreaking part of this is that as parents, we think we are winning. We think, my child is so good, they never get into trouble. But often, we don't realize that they are getting into trouble. They just aren't telling us. We are building a house that looks perfect from the outside, but the foundation is full of secrets. This is why you see so many African adults who are strangers to their parents. They visit for Christmas, they send money, but they never truly talk. They don't share their hearts because the area commander from their childhood is still living in their head. They still feel that the cost of being vulnerable is too high. If your child cannot come to you when they mess up, they will go to someone else. And in this digital world of 2026, the someone else they find online or on the streets might not have their best interests at heart. By being too strict, we are actually pushing our children into the arms of the very world we are trying to protect them from. Closing the loop, becoming a safe haven. So, how do we fix this? How do we tear down the wall and become the person our children run to instead of run from? It starts with a shift in our own hearts. We have to realize that our job isn't to be a judge, it's to be a coach. A judge looks at a mistake and gives a sentence. A coach looks at a mistake and says, "Let's look at the footage and see how we can do better next time." Try this open loop exercise this week. The next time your child makes a mistake, and I want you to do the hardest thing in the world, nothing. Don't shout, don't reach for the cane. Just take a deep breath and say, "I can see something went wrong. Thank you for not hiding it from me. Now, how are we going to fix this together?" This one sentence, "Thank you for telling me," is a miracle worker. It tells the child that the truth is safe in your hands. It lowers the cost of honesty. You are telling them that your relationship is more important than a broken plate or a bad grade. You are closing the loop of fear and replacing it with a circle of trust. I want to challenge every parent watching this to have what I call the immunity talk tonight. Sit your children down and tell them this. From today, if you tell me the truth about a mistake before I find out myself, you will have immunity. There will be no beating and no shouting. We will only talk about how to fix it. You might be surprised and even hurt by what they tell you. They might tell you about a secret they've been keeping for months. Your first instinct will be to get angry, but stay calm. If you blow up, you've just proven to them that the truth is still dangerous. If you stay calm, you've just won back your child's heart. We are breaking generational cycles here. We are moving away from the fear model of parenting and moving toward the connection model. We want to raise children who are brave enough to own their mistakes, not children who are clever enough to hide them. Because a child who is secure in their parents' love is a child who will grow up to be an adult who is secure in themselves. Tell me in the comments, what was the biggest thing you hid from your parents when you were young? Why were you so afraid? Let's be honest with each other in the comments so we can all learn and heal together. Don't forget to subscribe to Smart African Parenting Home. Let's build homes where the truth is free and love is unconditional.